For years, Carol Burnett headed up the successful TV variety show with her own name, Carol Burnett Show. One of the stars of the show was a comedian called Harvey Korman. In 2016 memoir, In Such Good Company, she told the story of something that happened one day that during the 7th season. The regulars had rehearsed with this week's guests, who included singer Petula Clark and comedian Tim Conway, who later became a cast member. During rehearsals, Harvey Korman was very rude to the guests and the other cast members. Now, although she wasn't very confrontational, Carol Burnett realized that she needed to intervene. So after rehearsal, she went to Harvey Korman's dressing room for a conversation. He told her to mind her own damn business. She told him that any issues between the stars and guest stars of her show actually was her business. Korman responded that she couldn't dictate how he could feel or act, and that he'd just as soon go home and never come back after tonight's show. He backed her out onto the hall and closed the door on her. Carol Burnett immediately phoned Korman's agent, telling him that his client would no longer be working on the show. Then she returned to Korman's dressing room to tell him. "Well, you got your wish," Carol Burnett said to Harvey Korman. "I called your agent, and he's aware of the situation. You were rude to our guests, and because of your behavior, I was screwing up all over the place tonight during the show, and I can't work like that. So if you want off, you're free to go." Harvey Korman stopped her and asked if there was anything that he could do to make things right. She told him, "When you come back, be cheerful. Never be nasty to a guest or anyone on the crew. We all have our moods, but don't bring them to work." She told him, "In fact, it would tickle me pink to see you skipping around and hear you whistling in the hall." They agreed. But she didn't know what to expect the next day. On Monday, when they saw each other, Korman gave her a big smile and took off skipping and dancing and whistling down the hall to her office. "I doubled over with laughter," Burnett recalled, and the next week she had a plaque put on his dressing room door that said, "Mr. Happy-Go-Lucky," and from then on he changed his behavior.